In the final game of the regular season, two powerhouse teams, the Los Angeles Clippers and the Golden State Warriors, met head-on. Previously, the Warriors had suffered defeats in all three of their encounters with the Clippers. This time, playing on their home court in San Francisco, they were eager to rewrite their fate in this crucial battle. The first quarter kicked off, and the Warriors won the tip-off. Rookie Brandon Podziemski stepped up to the free throw line and calmly made the free throw, giving his team the first points of the game. The cheers of the Warriors fans in the arena immediately resounded throughout. However, the Clippers didn't panic. With their excellent teamwork and efficient offense, they quickly gained the upper hand on the court. But the Warriors were not about to be outdone easily. In the middle of the quarter, they suddenly surged, going on a 7-point scoring run and successfully taking the lead, turning the tide of the game. Sensing the situation, the Clippers quickly made adjustments and launched several small scoring runs. With their precise shooting and tough defense, they regained the advantage once again. Then, Podziemski and Jimmy Butler were like unexpected heroes in the closing moments of the first quarter. The two of them combined to score 11 consecutive points, helping the Warriors take the lead once more. At the end of the first quarter, the Warriors led the Clippers 33-25. In the second quarter, the Warriors continued their momentum and further expanded the lead to a double-digit margin, seemingly on the verge of securing the victory. But the Clippers showed their tenacity. In the middle of the quarter, they launched a 12-2 scoring spree, and their relentless offense quickly narrowed the gap to just 1 point. At a crucial moment, James Harden stepped up and made a beautiful floater to put the Clippers back in the lead. Then, Harden was on fire and sank consecutive three-pointers. Thanks to his outstanding performance, the Clippers led 60-58 at the end of the first half. The score was extremely close, and the outcome of the game remained full of suspense. In the second half, after switching sides, the Warriors immediately launched a fierce counterattack. They scored 7 consecutive points right from the start and regained the lead. After that, the game entered a heated stage. The two teams traded baskets, and the score was tied several times. Every offensive and defensive play tugged at the hearts of the spectators in the arena. In the late stages of the game, as the players' physical strength declined, their scoring efficiency also dropped. The Clippers' field goal scoring was as low as only 2 points. However, thanks to the slight advantage they had accumulated earlier, they still led 83-80 going into the final quarter. The final quarter was truly thrilling. The Clippers made the first move and went on a 7-0 scoring run, quickly widening the gap. In the middle of the quarter, Podziemski made a crucial three-pointer, helping the Warriors narrow the gap to 1 point. And at this most critical moment, Stephen Curry showed the strength of a superstar. He single-handedly scored 11 consecutive points, leading his team to regain the initiative. The Warriors entered the final minute with a 2-point lead. Just when everyone thought the game was about to end, Ivica Zubac completed a beautiful alley-oop dunk, and the two teams were back on equal footing. Then, Curry made a turnover, giving the Clippers a chance to win the game with a buzzer beater. The Clippers pinned their hopes on Kawhi Leonard, but Leonard missed the game-winning shot, and the game had to go into overtime. In overtime, Harden was in full scoring mode. He was like a sharp blade cutting through the Warriors' defense, scoring 10 consecutive points and accounting for almost all of his team's points in overtime. The Warriors didn't give in either and clung to the score. They were only 2 points behind entering the final 30 seconds. Draymond Green had a chance to tie the game with a layup at a crucial moment, but unfortunately, his shot missed. Then, Leonard stepped to the free throw line and made 1 out of 2 free throws. Buddy Hield's three-pointer to tie the game also missed. Harden stepped to the free throw line again and made both free throws, firmly sealing the victory. In the end, the Clippers defeated the Warriors 124-119, completing a sweep of the Warriors. Due to this loss, the Warriors dropped to the 7th place in the Western Conference and had to participate in the brutal play-in tournament. For the Clippers, James Harden had an outstanding performance, scoring 39 points, grabbing 7 rebounds, dishing out 10 assists, making 2 steals, and blocking 2 shots. He was excellent on both ends of the court and was the key player in the team's victory. Kawhi Leonard contributed 33 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals, hitting several crucial shots during the intense moments of the game. Ivica Zubac dominated the paint, scoring 22 points and grabbing 17 rebounds, along with 3 assists. Chris Dunn scored 11 points, dished out 6 assists, and made 3 steals, providing strong support for the team's backcourt. Norman Powell also scored 11 points, and Bogdan Bogdanovic chipped in with 5 points. For the Warriors, Stephen Curry was still in top form, scoring 36 points, grabbing 3 rebounds, dishing out 6 assists, and making 2 steals. Jimmy Butler had a stable performance, scoring 30 points and dishing out 9 assists. As a rookie, Brandon Podziemski had an impressive showing, scoring 19 points, grabbing 7 rebounds, dishing out 4 assists, and making 2 steals. Draymond Green contributed 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Buddy Hield scored 8 points, and Kevin Looney scored 6 points, grabbed 3 rebounds, and dished out 3 assists. This game was undoubtedly a wonderful basketball feast. The players of both teams demonstrated a high level of competitiveness, bringing an unforgettable visual enjoyment to the fans. This defeat has had a comprehensive and profoundly deep impact on the Golden State Warriors in the subsequent period. In the highly competitive Western Conference ranking system, 7th position, a change that has completely altered the trajectory of their playoff journey. They lost the qualification to directly advance to the main playoffs and had to plunge into the brutal battlefield of the play-in tournament. The single elimination format of the play-in tournament is like the sword of Damocles hanging high above, fraught with daunting uncertainties. No team has any room for error in this game, and the Warriors must go all out with the determination of burning their bridges behind them. Even the slightest slip-up will mean a complete miss of the main playoff stage of this season. Such a huge potential risk has undoubtedly brought an overwhelming psychological burden, like a mountain, to everyone in the team. The team management, the coaching staff, and every player can all keenly feel this pressure lingering around them. And how to maintain calmness and focus in such a high-pressure environment has become the most pressing psychological challenge that the Warriors urgently need to address. In terms of player form, this regrettable defeat is highly likely to deal a heavy blow to the team's morale to some extent. Throughout the entire game, the players of the Warriors undoubtedly gave their all. Every offensive play and every defensive effort were filled with their strong desire for victory. However, the cruelty of competitive sports lies in the fact that the result is often more decisive than the process. The final loss, like a basin of cold water, mercilessly extinguished their enthusiasm. And it is inevitable that a strong sense of frustration has welled up in the players' hearts. Especially in the most crucial decisive moments of the game, Curry's turnover and Green's missed key layup are like nightmares that may keep replaying in the players' minds. These scenes are undoubtedly a huge test of the players' self-confidence and psychological resilience. If the team wants to regain its competitiveness in subsequent games, the top priority is to quickly adjust the players' mental states. The coaching staff needs to help the players dispel the shadow of the defeat and reignite the fire of their fighting spirit through one-on-one conversations, team psychological counseling, and other means. At the same time, in the personnel arrangements for daily training and subsequent games, the playing time should be reasonably distributed, allowing the players to gradually regain their form and confidence in the games, preventing negative emotions from continuing to spread and affecting their performance in every subsequent game. From an in-depth analysis of the tactical system perspective, this game has mercilessly exposed many problems existing in the Golden State Warriors. When facing opponents like the Los Angeles Clippers, who have a tough playing style and excellent tactical execution, the offensive and defensive strategies of the Warriors clearly need a comprehensive and in-depth re-evaluation. On the defensive end, the Warriors' performance was less than satisfactory, and they almost completely failed in the crucial task of containing the key players of the Clippers. Harden's all-around outburst in the game saw him repeatedly break through the Warriors' defense with his personal abilities. Whether it was his sharp drives or accurate shooting, the Warriors' defense was left in disarray. Leonard also became a nightmare for the Warriors at crucial moments. With his excellent physical fitness and solid basketball skills, he tore through the Warriors' defense and scored time and again. This fully demonstrates that there are obvious loopholes in the Warriors' defensive tactical arrangements and the players' defensive execution. The team needs to re-optimize its defensive system and strengthen the targeted defensive strategies against the opponent's key players. For example, it should increase the timeliness and effectiveness of help defense and improve the communication and coordination tacit understanding among the defensive players, making up for the deficiencies in individual defensive abilities through tactical adjustments. The problems on the offensive end cannot be ignored either. In the late stages of the game and during the high-intensity offensive battles in overtime, the Warriors gradually fell behind compared to the Clippers. The significant decline in offensive efficiency made it difficult for the team to score stably at crucial moments, and as a result, they lost the initiative in the game. The coaching staff urgently needs to conduct in-depth research on how to optimize the offensive tactics and improve the offensive efficiency. On the one hand, the diversity of offensive tactics can be increased, and the team should no longer rely too much on just a few conventional tactics. By constantly changing the offensive patterns, the team can disrupt the opponent's defensive rhythm. On the other hand, the roles of rookie Brandon Podziemski and other role players should be better utilized. As fresh blood in the team, Podziemski has excellent athletic ability and basketball talent. The coaching staff should design more offensive tactics that suit his characteristics, enabling him to fully exert his advantages on the offensive end. At the same time, for other role players, their offensive roles should also be reasonably arranged according to their respective technical characteristics, and more potential scoring points of the team should be tapped. Only in this way can a more diversified and more powerful offensive system be established to cope with the more severe and challenging schedule ahead.